Good evening, everyone. I hope you can all see me. Got our 6:15 Pilates. We'll just wait to see if we get a few more little bodies to come on. That way I will know that you can see me. Yes. We're good. Oh, hey, Kath. Thursday night. Pilates. One roller if you have it. And a ball. Anything else is optional. Don't stress if you don't have a roller. If you have a ball, you're in business. If you don't, everything can be done without. Okay, so it doesn't really necessarily need to have any of the props. Roll downs is where we're going to start. And after we've done some roll downs, if you do have a roller, you might want to bring that in with you. Your roll downs, they can be done either against the wall or they can just be done freestyle. So whatever works, whatever suits you best. But always remember we've got this softness to start off with the knees. Start by bringing the chin in towards the chest and we'll get ready to roll on down. Take a moment just to fold forward for me here. That heavy head comes from here, the dangly arms, and remember at the bottom here. Take a breath in so that on the exhale we can prepare to come back up. Sending the tailbone down towards the floor and then just allowing the spine to nice and softly stack until we come to stand. And we go again, number 2, inhale. Head on down on your exhale, chin, chest, fold forward. And then stay here, take a nice little deep breath in. And now you're ready to come back up on the exhale, draw tailbone down towards the floor. Use it to scoop out your belly. Find your way gradually up into that standing position and you have one last one, breathing it in. Nice, exhale, down we go. Chin, chest, softly fold. As I said, head over down towards, you don't have to touch the toes, but it's just a matter of this nice deep forward fold. Come back up on that resetting and that restacking. You've got that loose neck, head and shoulders. It's a really nice way just to start to awaken the spine and awaken the body. Awesome. Now, if you do have a roller, collect it for me. If you don't worry. We are going to use it as part of our balance. So I'm not backing myself on this one, so I am going to come over to the telly or to something that I can hold on to. You'll know this one as the one that we stand on the roller and we lose or we take off contact. Basically, as you know, the idea of it is to challenge our balance. So my suggestion, those who don't have anything, you might use this sort of one-legged stance and see how long you can balance on that leg. If you've got your roller, come over. I can see that it's cut off my head, but that's all right. You've got the gist. Feet equal distance apart if you're on your roller with me. Gaze, regardless of where we are in our balance, is still and steady. So don't start looking around. And then just engage into that belly and the core as you either lift the leg or as you try and hold here and balance. Now my single-legged people, if you're doing this freestyle, maybe you count 10 seconds or so until it's time then to roll over onto the other leg and do that 10 there. Woo. She says, losing concentration. But again, up into that belly, balancing and holding, still and steady, holding, and keeping those eyes and the gaze nice and still. Let's say my people who are doing the leg lifts on their standing legs, perhaps you can do 2 on each of the legs. Our goal is to see how still we can possibly be. Not loading down in the feet, not loading down in the ankles or the knees, but feeling quite light and tall. And if we start to falter, where's that belly and can we pop it on in a little deeper and engage the core more? Awesome. When you feel like you're ready to head off, your roller with me, come off nice and slow. If you've got your leg, finish off your 10 counts before you decide to head down. We've got some pelvic curling to start us off, but at the same time, if you do have a roller, we're going to pop that down towards the end of the mat. We're going to use it later on in class. So here we go. Neutral spine, neutral pelvis. So I decided to film out in the lounge room today because we have one less person in the house, because that one person's gone to work. So we don't have to go, can everyone be quiet? Because Mum's got to try and do some filming. Do you know how hard it is for people to keep quiet? It's a challenge. Alrighty, flat back and arch back. Because people think they can still open up fridges and pull out pots and pans and things like that. Because they're not saying anything, they're being quiet. So we've got absolute quiet tonight. Alright, here's neutral when you're ready. Halfway between the flat back and the arch back. And we call this a neutral place because we haven't, we haven't manipulated, shall I say, the spine in any way, shape or form. And I was watching, I'm doing a pranayama training course at the moment, this online 5-week course for teachers, and they were talking about why it's important to be in neutral. And because they showed lots of examples of when you're not in neutral, the effects it puts on the diaphragm, therefore it affects our breathing, our respiratory system, and the respiratory system has huge effects on things like our thoracic and also our ribs. So another good reason to learn why it's important to find neutral and not to play around with it. We should know that then that thoracic is on the floor, that's that rib cage is pretty much onto the floor. We've got chin softened to the chest, we've got arms by sides. And here we go, breath in. Then we go that soft sink navel to spine, waist pulling in, and go straight away from me into those 2-point connections. Let it go on the inhale. Take that working aspect again on the exhale. And as we do, you'll inhale and you'll soften. Can you imagine that that navel as it pulls down almost meets that junction of where the waist pulls in? It's almost like can those 2 points come and intersect with each other. So using that visual mind of yours, see if you can get that, visualize where is that little point where that two drawing down and inwards actually come to find one another. And then that leads us into a pelvic curl anytime that you're ready. That tilt back, the lift from your tailbone, off we go. Until we get to that full range, all the way up to the top where we inhale. Exhale, we want to head down vertebrae by vertebrae, one at a time. Ease the spine down until we come back through and we find neutral. Good, breathe it in. Take it again, exhale, tilt back, lift from your tailbone, press down through the feet, engage into the core. So much to think about if we're going to do it properly. Yep, inhale. Control on the way down, slow, not jerky, but we control. Excellent, let's go 2 more. Exhale, tilt, engage the core there, and up we go. Remember, we lose it as we get longer in the legs because of the fact that we've lengthened out the front body now, it's not contracted, but we gain it again on the way down. You'll feel it, how that belly gets that scooped out effect, and there we go. Awesome, let's take one last one, inhale. Good, find your way up on the exhale, tilt back, peel away. Should start to notice some action going into the glutes, a little bit of warmth into the hammies. All right, if you have a roller, here's where you get to use it. Let's say I don't have a roller. I might use the ball underneath both of my feet. Really, when you think about it, what we're trying to do is create an unsteady surface to challenge our core. If it's not nice on the hamstrings, of course this is any cramping, we get rid of it straight away. We exhale to come back up. Inhale, stay up, exhale to come down. Again, thinking if this is too strong, we would just get the feet back on the floor. It's okay. If I didn't have the ball and I didn't have the roller, I might have some blocks, some yoga blocks. I might have some really heavy books, okay, that allow me to go into elevation. Again, that's what we're working on here, elevating the legs, making the hamstrings and the glutes work a little harder. Holding the lift for the breath in, engaging the core as we curl it back down nice and slow. Again, watching it doesn't sort of jerk and jostle. See if we can get another 2 out here. Exhale, tilt, peel away. Inhale at the top. Down, 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 down with control. Tailbone comes down last, and here we go. Last, last, lucky last, up we go. Engage, deepen the belly, hold it there, breathe it in. And we're down on the exhale. Nice and slow, nice and steady. Pelvic curling with a roller. Now done. Leg lifts is where we come to next. Return back. Where are we? Find your neutral, your place where you haven't manipulated or worked that spine in any position other than what feels natural for it. Exhale, draw the right leg up, stack the knee over the hip. Good, inhale, nice and slow on the way down, toes first, yep, ball the foot, heel, no jerk. Exhale, up goes the left. Inhale, smooth, steady, slow on the way down. Again, watch the little jig that happens between side to side. Exhale, straight away, that transition. You want to notice that there's that flow between side to side, and it's really effortless. So we're literally just, like a, really sort of elegant, like ballerina, and no effort. It just looks really graceful. Exhale. Inhale on the way down. Nothing's going on up top here. Exhale, lift. Inhale again, that nice slow, ease and controlled. Got one more. This is that nice slow version, but just because it's a little slower doesn't mean it's necessarily easy. Hold the left leg up exactly where it is. Park the knee over the hip. You know that that's what engages our neutral position. And without pressing through the floor, let's take that second leg up. Allowing our knees to stack over our hips. Go back to your right leg, inhale. Exhale, bring it back up. Find the left doing the same. And always remember that if you get to that point where you start to notice perhaps the neutral position falters, that perhaps the back wants to flatten into the floor, perhaps the back starts arching away from the floor, we always go back down and we revisit where neutral is for us, and we start it all over again. Or we realize maybe the leg shouldn't be up. Maybe I should go back to that first sort of stage that we worked through. I always like to try and, where possible, start at that first stage because it gives us the foundations. Because we can always go up from there. Okay, and it's easy to layer quite quickly, as opposed to me starting you somewhere here in this, finding that it's way too hard and then thinking, okay, now I've got to back off. Okay, nice to layer. It's nice to get those good habits embedded into the brain. Awesome. Let's go one more on each of the legs. There's your right. And there's the left. Now if you can, let's keep the legs up. Bring the ball for me here between the knees. Then we're ready. Squeezing. And again, the same principle applies. If I start to lose neutral and I want to begin to start flattening the back, I'd put my feet straight back onto the floor, but I still allow that engagement of this inner leg to happen. And let's say I don't have a ball. We talked about having a balloon. Okay, use that for me. All we're trying to do is push inwards against some kind of resistance. Some kind of resistance. Keep going. Even if I didn't have a balloon, I could still put my hands here between my inner legs and press into the power of these arms that are pushing inwards. Yep. So there's no excuses, I'm going to tell you. No excuses. Awesome. Let's get 5. No excuse Thursday. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the squeeze. Yep. Arms can come out to the sides. You've got plenty of room, I'm sure. Inhale. Keep that squeeze on the ball. Get ready. We are exhaling as we pull back through the opposite side, that right waist. Don't lose the squeeze on your ball. Breathe in. Good. Press into the ball and exhale to come back out. As we inhale out to the left, remember number 10 on that clock face, no further. Press on the ball and we are up and out of there. Awesome. Let's go again. Inhale. Keep the pressure on the ball, exhale. Okay, as you go out to the left, maybe you want to add the look over the right shoulder. Exhale, head comes back in, knees come back in, synchronize. Inhale, knees out, head rotates. Keep the connection onto the ball, exhale, slow, 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 slow. We're back to center, go to the left, look over that right. So remember, if the neck thing doesn't work for you, that's okay, it doesn't have to. You can keep the head still. All we're doing there is just giving the neck some stretch, that's all. Exhale, let's go one more left, one more to your right. Breathing it in. Keeping the pressure, exhale, pull. Make this one your last one, inhale. Exhale, pull, pull, pull back up. Good. Remove the ball. And you can just pull off to the side, we don't necessarily need it for the moment. Bring your hands though, when you're ready, behind the back of your head. As we head into chest lift, this is a halfway. So we're going to come up full way, but we're going to come down halfway. Just remind yourself where those ribs are on this mat, where that lower back is. Exhale, curl all the way up. Watch there's no movement going on down here in that pelvis. Inhale, down halfway. Exhale, curl it up. Inhale, down only halfway. Again, exhale, connect into the core. Inhale. Good. Just a couple more. Really getting that strength into the belly. Keeping our legs still. And we notice what happens when we don't come all the way down. No rest for that belly at all. Curl it, exhale. Inhale. Let's get another 2 out. Hold up there for that last one. Take some pulses. So I'm not pulsing through this lower part of my back. It's this upper back that's doing the curling. And we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's your rest. Take a breath from here. As we come across into the hula, our little twist, we're going to do that quite slowly. It's an exhale to lift up. It's an inhale to twist. It's an exhale to twist across. Inhale, come back. Exhale, center, inhale, back down. Exhale, curl it. Twist it. Reach. Come back. Square up. Lower down. So lots of stages. No movement in that lower back. One chest lift. Just the rotation. Then the lift. Come back to the rotation. Square up. Lower down. And again, one lift only. One rotation. One curl. Back to rotation. Back to square with the thighs. Head down. Let's just get a couple more of these out. Come on up. Twist it. Lean into it. Come back out of it. Square it back up. Boom. Way down. Come on up. Take the twist. Come across. Awesome. Come on up. Take the twist. We're going to pulse like we did for the chest. So across on the diagonal, and let's get 8 of these out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Square up. Lower down for the rest. One twist, one turn. Inhale. Off we go for the pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Square it up. Lower it down. Also release the arms. We get to have a quick rest. Bring the knees into the chest. Return the ball between the knees once again. And as we bring the ball in between the knees, we're going to let that give us the opportunity, one, to squeeze into, By holding onto the shins, we're also going to rock on up. Okay. It's roll like a ball with the, literally with the ball in between the knees. See if we can hover the feet though when we come up. Knees to chest, squeeze the ball, balloon, whatever you might have. Curl up, rock up, hold up. Ease back down, so there's no rush to come back down. Into the chest for the rest. Breath into prep. Exhale, rock, balance, stack and hold. Control down. Bring it in. Again, rock, hold, core in tight. The more you hold, yeah, the more you help. So it could be a little bit less, or it could be no, it could be fingertips. Hold, balance. Nice. Let's get 2 more out. And again. And here's our last one. We're going to stay up there for this next one. And hold. And can we pulse here? Maybe it's no hands. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And relax. Good. Take the ball now though underneath the backs of your knees. We've done this one before too. As we go into this same action of squeezing the ball down into the calves to not lose it, we're going to see if we can find this balance position. Now yes, you can still hold on to the legs if you want to, but now we're going to push down and I want you to think that this is like our 100. So I'll count for us. And trust me, I won't shortchange on this one because it's not going to be that easy. Let's go breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. Don't matter what happens to these legs. 2 and out. 3 and out. 4 and out. 5 out. Hang in there. 6 and out. 7 and out. 8 and out. 9 and out. One more block for 10 and rest. Down goes that ball. Let's get the feet on the ball. All right, legs stay together. Roll backs with the uncertainty of the ball. There's the inhale. There's the exhale. Brakes on inhale. Deepen the return on the exhale. Up with a straight back. Drop chin to chest, round the back. Exhale. See how still we can be on that ball. Breathe in. See how light we can be on the touch. Exhale. Pull, pull, pull. Up to stack. Round the spine. Stop for the break. Use the exhale. Soft touch on the ball. Lift, sit, stack. Let's get 3 more out. We got 2. Deepen up. Awesome. 1 more. Down we go. Brakes are on. And up. Good. Take the ball out. Take the ball in. Hands can rest on the chest. Nice and smooth with the roll of the ball. More angle, more work, more effort. Good. 4 to go. 3. 2. I just realised. And 1. Good. Have a rest. Get that ball. If you don't have your band close by, and I'm sure most of you do because you've probably got a little station at home, grab your band, and if you don't have a band, you could bring some hand weights in. Here we go. Balancing on that ball for chest lift. Angled on the spine. Support the head. Hands behind the back of the head with the head cradle for some support here, just so that you don't push the neck forward. If you're going to do anything, you're best off pushing your head back into the hands, because the hands won't go back any further, and the hands will resist anyway. It's much less demanding on the neck muscles. We'll go into lots of load. That's where I am now, letting the whole ball take my weight. To that, exhale to come back up. Inhale to come more to that long lengthened spine. Exhale to curl it up. Inhale to go back to that long elongated spine. Exhale for the curl up. Inhale for the long lengthened spine, and again exhale, curl it up. Inhale, long lengthened spine. Good. Let's get another 4. Always harder up on this ball. Good. 3. My arms are still a little bit sore from Wednesday. 2. Good, you got 1 more. Let's do the same as we go into the hula. Exhale. Change sides. Exhale. There's not a lot of rest in this. Okay, there's lots and lots and lots of belly work. So if I'm working you too strongly, this is all done back on that floor. Okay, no different. This angle, this elevation is what really starts to bring in more of that belly work. Yep. I think we've got 1 more on each side. Perfecto. Reach the arms out. Get ready to curl up. Use your belly. Good. Keep the ball, but bring that band in. Band goes around our feet. Lift it. Okay. Which means that I've got both ends. Return the ball back here. So even if you didn't have the ball in your hand, like say that this, like a bolster or anything that will prop you up on an angle without collapsing the spine, is all that you'll need here. Doesn't matter if these legs are short or long. Again, depending on how tired the belly is. So for example, this is going to be real easy here, bicep curling. This is going to start to get a little harder with my angled spine. We're going to be time efficient. Bicep curl both arms. So fists to shoulders, fists to shoulders. If I didn't have a band and I might have some hand weights, I'd use that. If I didn't have any hand weight, because all I'm doing is trying to create resistance or tension here, just go and grab something out of the pantry, some little tin baked beans or lentils or whatever you might have, or 1 litre Tetra pack of milk or juice or something. It's about creating resistance to work the muscles in the arms. We're on an angle simply because we want to add some core work into this as well. Our belly is not going to sort of falter here, it's not going to collapse. We're going to allow the spine to round here. Keep it straight and engage the core. Let's get another 5, 4, and 3, 2, 1. Good. Use your belly, if you can, to curl back up. We're going to leave the band exactly where it is, but we only need 1 end because we're going to go into our tricep extension here. Angle on the spine, extending that arm to become straight, and then to bend, straightening and bending. Again, lots of options. You could use the same weight that you had before. It's about bending the elbow, letting the arm come over the back of the head, and then straightening back up, engaging the back of those arm muscles. We can get another 5 out. We'll have a quick rest. 4. There's your 3, 2, 1. We're up. That band comes around the other side. And we go there again. slowing it down. I reckon we can get another 5 of these out. 4 and 3, 2 and 1, and we're up. Ball's gone, bands around the right foot for some string stretches, and that'll bring us down. Alright, off we go. Hamstring stretch, right leg, toes go down, heel presses up, and we find that opening here into the back of the leg. So in prep for our favourite leg circles. Right, change legs. Nice to use the band if you can, or anything that might be able to loop around, just so it takes it out of your the neck and the shoulders. Good. His legs should be a little looser, not likely to cramp on us. If we release that band, we get to bring our ball down to our left heel. Remember, also just use whatever you can just to allow the leg to hover. You could use nothing, but that's going to be a little harder. Your right leg is the moving leg. Let's see if we can get it into turnout, see the inside seam of the leg here, and we'll go one circle in each direction. Watching the ball doesn't move, or that there is minimal movement. Obviously, it's round and it's going to have some kind of movement just because of the action here of this right leg. But in other words, we just don't want it being overactive. We're trying to lighten the pressure on it in order to get some more work into the belly. We're leading with this inner heel so that we keep the leg turned out. Good. And we've got 2 more going each way. One more each way. Good. Allow the leg to square back up, stretch it and release it all the way back down to the floor. Preparation for the other side. A soft, light weight of our right leg, the long left leg. Find it in its turned out position. Get ready again to go 1 each way. So 1, stop and park. Circle the other way. See how still we can make the right leg. See that we can keep some softness here to the trunk. It's quite important that I don't feel like I'm having to push down through these arms to just keep stable. Good. Nice. So the circles are the same size. They're not jerky, they're nice and round. We've got all that strong belly holding us in position. See if we get 1 more going each way. And I'll give us a little stretch after that. Good, 1 more. There you go. Square it up, reach down, lengthen it out. Get ready to pull that ball in, pull it underneath your bum. Good. Lengthen the right leg, that was our first one. Hug the left one in. Give yourself a little treat. Always nice to stretch these guys out. Good on the other side. I'm hearing so many people like really upping their exercise, which is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. One of us sent me a message the other day to say that they've been doing so much walking that their hips are starting to get really tight. They were grateful for being able to run through the yoga on our yoga, like this page, and you've got all your topics, and one of the yoga topics is, there was one we did on called Happy Hips. And as I say, you know, everything is good in moderation, even exercise. When we do so much of it, really got to make sure we stretch. Even if you don't feel like it, you know what, I don't feel tight or stiff or whatever. That's me, because I don't feel it. And then I realise afterwards, my hips are really sore, my hamstrings sore, my shins have been sore. Feet on the floor. When you're ready, lift bums up, and we can let that guy go. However, we're going to take it back down to let's go to our right heel. So we're going to replicate that, so the same heel hopper that we did on our leg circles. We'll use this now for our single leg stretch, which means this left leg is going to be our active leg, the moving leg. And the hands are going to come here behind the back of the head. Let's also root. What will happen here is this left leg is going to be our in leg. So, right leg will stay still. Head goes onto the floor. Leg goes long. Left leg goes long. So, like say thinking, yep, there goes my hundreds position. Breathe out, pull the leg in, curl up. Breathe in, leg goes away. Exhale, pull in, curl up. Inhale, go away. So the only leg that's moving is our left leg, and it pulls into the body as our trunk pulls into the body. It lengthens out as our trunk lengthens out. So exhale, pull in. Inhale, release, back out. Exhale, pull the left leg in, single leg stretch. Just like we did on our leg circles, let's see if we can keep that right leg really light, not loading down into it. And really work a little deeper for 5 more on that left leg. Perfect, here you got 4. There's your 3. 2. Bring the left leg in and hold it. This is where we get to twist. Twist to the left leg. Square it up. Twist to the left leg. Square it up. Nice. Single leg stretch and crisscross all in one movement. Not getting much rest on this left hand side. We've got 5. Stretch it out. 4 for the twist. 3. 2. Awesome. 1 more and you get a breathe on this left hand side. And 1. Awesome. There we go. On the other side. So the method and the madness when we start on that one side. Lots more effort going down this whole left channel. Right leg is our moving leg. It's the one in elevation. And then the right leg's our out in leg. Remember, as the leg comes in, we come in. So let's start it off with that way. Leg in, trunk in, leg out, trunk out. Exhale, curl in. Left is still. Exhale, curl it up. Inhale away. Exhale, curl it up. And we're in business. That's our 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one. This is where you get to twist. Cross to the leg. Press it out. Across to the leg. Try to stack the knee over the hip. Remember, we don't want to bring knee to chest. Super important. Good. Exhale, rotate. Square it up. Exhale, rotate. We've got 5. Hang in there. 4, 3, 2, 1. You are there. Take a rest before we get into that the double leg stretch. We'll keep that ball. Double legs going out and in. Let's change this to the ball still being on the floor. 2 legs long. Okay, so let's start them here. Let's say chest will lift as the legs go out. Find that position. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to curl up as the legs go long this time. Watching that pelvis does not move. Neutral. Neutral. Good. We've got 5. 4 before that rest. Hang in there. 3. 2. 1 more. And 1. Awesome. We are done. Take a rest. We can give that ball a flick. Hug them on in. All right, let's stay down. And I think on my Wednesday class, Danielle and maybe even Cherie, both of you commented about how quickly the class went. And I was like, yeah, when I finished it, I thought, that did go quick. And then I looked at my notes because I can tell how far I've gone. And I'm like, yes, I didn't even get half of it done. So this one was on Wednesday's list that we didn't get to do. Pendulum. I want you to think legs like spine twist side to side, but on an angle, so like on a hundreds angle. Yep, out they go. Try not to load through the arms. Inhale, the pendulum like a clock goes out to the left. Exhale, using the right waist, it pulls back to center. Inhale, legs go out to the right. Again, we're trying to not load down through the opposite side. So as my legs go left, I'm watching that I'm not trying to press down through my right arm. And I let this pendulum just freely swing, but try not to let momentum. So this is really nice glide through, and then off to the other side, and then glide through, and then off to the other side. Good. Pendulum like a clock. 2 more pendulums. One more pendulum. Finishing the pendulum out to the right side. Bring it back to center. Guess where these legs are? Guess where we have to be? Yep. Off you go. Set of hundreds. Breathe it in. And out. 2. Glue the inner thighs together and out. 3. And out. 4. And out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5. Hang in there. 7. 8. 9. 1 more block and we are done. 10. Yippee-yi-yay. There we go. Whew, we got those hundreds out. And I guess you probably thought we were never going to do them. Let's move on from the pendulum. Pendulum leads us to corkscrew, similar action, but sometimes I'll call it windscreen wiper legs, and then they get that little semicircle that sneaks in. That's the challenging part, that's the semicircle. Inhale, pendulum left, pendulum right, stop at the right, give me the semicircle. Good, off we go, pendulum nice and smooth, nice and easy, and scoop. Good, pendulum side to side. Deepen that belly connection, scoot it through. Okay. So always maintain that neutral position in the pelvis. Watch that the back doesn't want to flatten or arch. We know it arches if we go too far down in that scoop. We know it flattens if we've got these legs pointing to the roof. Yep, so if those toes are pointing to the roof, you can be guaranteed you've got a flat back. You need to see the feet pointing out to the edge between that junction between where your ceiling is and where the wall meets it. Okay, it's on that kind of angle. Nice, let's get 2 more out and we're there. Pendulum to the right, to the left, and a scoop. To the left, to the right, scoot it out, square it up, bring it in. You can call that quits. That little bit there. Spine stretch brings us up to sit. You may rock up if that works for you, otherwise you can roll over to your side. We need to find that ball again. Wide legs. I might go this way to sit you. Alright, spine stretch. Ball in the hand, drop those shoulders, sit right up onto the sit bones if we need to. We can sort of just give ourselves some help and some support there. We want to think that we're diving forward on our exhale. Keep the round, keep that lumbar in the same posse. Inhale, but add the arms. Good, exhale, round back over. Number 2, inhale, hold it up. Let's go 10 pulses here. 10, 9, 8. 2, 1, exhale, curl over. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, round over. Inhale, straight spine, 10 pulses, push. 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 and over. 2 singles, inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Here's that pulse. 3, 2, 1. We've got 1 more set. Off we go. 1 more. Here's your 10. 10, 9, 8. 2 and 1 and down and you are there. Good. All right, let's think knee tuck. We're going to do it on I think we might do it on the ball. Let's see how we go. We're going to start it as a single. Let's go under the right knee. And then we'll attempt doubles. Hands under shoulders. Straight left, straight right leg. Okay. Revisit that. Let's go down near the ankle. Bring it in. Bring it back out. Bring it in so it's like a plank. Single knee pull. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it. Ball comes underneath the ankle of the left foot. Imagining that I don't have a ball. You can do this. It's just like plank with the knee pulling into your chest. So it can be definitely done without a ball. To the wrist, pull the leg straight back out. So it's plank with a knee to elbow, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. Same side, same. And 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Can we do both? If you have the ball, you're going to find both of them for me. If you have your roller, you can do it on your roller. If you're without a ball or you're without a roller, maybe what you do is just do plank, knees, plank, knees, plank, knees. She says as she gets herself back on a little ball, and we go 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out. Excellent. Let's get 5 when we're there. 4, nice and steady. 3, tuck. 2, stay strong. 1, yes. Good job. So, opposite hand to leg is our next one. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Let's keep the same philosophy. Ball at the ankle. I'm going to say right ankle, so we're on the same page. Yep, good. Left leg extends out the back. Oh, here we go. Right arm goes out in front. Good. Let's hang in there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. Stay on the same side. Regroup. Left leg out. Belly up and in. Control as the right arm goes out. Stay still. I'll count us. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest at tabletop. We have 3 sets. Meaning we have 1 to go. Okay. Collect your thoughts. Draw up into the belly. Draw the left armpit away from the floor so you don't load into it. Extend the left leg. Dig a little deeper. Right arm is out. Use your 8 count. 7, 6, 4, yeah, 3, 2, 1, yeah. Done. All right. Other side. You'll have earned your dinner tonight. So, should be right leg. Left arm. Good. All right. Let's get our heads around it. Go the leg first. Yep. Watch the hips, don't twist. Soften the left arm, out and hold. 8. I'll count. 4, 3, 2, 1. In for the rest. Refine the navel into the spine. Right armpit away from the floor. Just do the leg first up. Get yourself square. All right. Control, control, control as the left arm goes out. You know we have 8 counts. Count them yourself now. Rest into tabletop. All right, let's finish it off. Right leg, belly in tight, right armpit away from the floor. I'll count these ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are done. Okay. We can go with that ball. Left leg. Dog in the fire hydrant and these little glutey heel presses. Off we go. I'm a bit impressed about that one because I just made that one up this afternoon. It wasn't bad. Didn't mind that. I didn't think it through all that well. I just thought it might work. I think it did. All right. We're squeezing. We're working into the glutes. We're drawing the belly up and in so that the back doesn't collapse for 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to make it a long leg. Kick it out. Keep the thigh high. Let's go again. Maybe we turn the leg out because we know what that does. Okay, it's like Pilates stance. And you feel how much more of that glute work comes into play when we go into this, we call it external. Turning the leg externally away from the midline, the middle of the body, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Let's go again, other side. On the home stretch. Thigh parallel to the floor. Little glutes, pulses. As we sit here for longer, we start to feel that burn, the lactic acid, the fatigue. For 5, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend and go. Oh, turn out. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's not turn the hip, let's just turn the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Wriggle your bums back in to the heels, soften the elbows, have a little rest. Maybe the hands might need a little clench or the wrists might need a little turn. We've been on those hands for a fraction. Good. So, last little bit. We'll roll down onto our bellies. Bring the hands just to rest, like a little pillow for the head to be on. Watch those shoulders aren't up near the ears, so drop them, hand them down away from the ears. And as we inhale, just get the legs back together nice and tight. Raise the two legs up away from the floor. Now what you might feel or sense is these hammies switch on straight away. I could feel that my guys are much tighter now. Okay, and if the hammies are switched on, then there's also this co-activation, a little glute work's going to go on here. Go back to those feet and turn out. And if we clap, it's like a little seal because of the clapping its hands. Try to lift the thighs up off the floor some more if we can. This will get more glute work. The front of the pubic bone, because we are in neutral here, presses down into that mat. Hang in there for 10. Little heel beats, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and 1. Rest the legs. All right. Let's not neglect the upper part of the body, and that's our body in long arms. Lower body, it can have a bit of a breather. Take the breath in as we let the chest, so we stay neutral, but as we let the chest lift. And lower. Try not to let the shoulders lift up. Inhale. Have a soft elbow. It's just going to be way too hard with straight arms, and it's going to put too much load onto the shoulders. So almost like slightly egg-shaped, shall I say. So inhale to lift the upper body, and exhale. Come and lift up, breathing it in. Try not to lift the legs. Try not to squeeze into the glutes. They've already done their job for tonight. They're in rest mode now. Hang in there. We have 5. 4 to lift. 3 to go. Soft legs, 2. 1 last one. Very nice. Child's pose for your rest. You should be very proud of yourself tonight. That was huge effort. Huge effort. But done, most importantly. Here we go, toes under. Roll into that back edge. Can we do one little roll down here? That back edge of it. Good. And then inhale. And come down again on that last one. Face your exhale, chin, chest. I just don't want you to lose the top of my head, because I think it's nod. Side to side when you're there. Come back up as you stop the head to the center. Inhale then and exhale, restack, reset. Remember those shoulders want to come up before the head does. We are there. We made it. Pilates Thursday night. You would join me again on Saturday for another different class if you're brave. I've been hearing people are doing all 3 a week, so they're really nailing it, which is beautiful to hear. And I'm sure their bodies are thanking them for them, particularly those who might have to sit at their desks for long periods of time or feel that their back might be compromised for the kind of posture that they might now have to implement because of their work practices. Have an awesome Thursday night. I will see some people tomorrow morning for meditation, my yoga people, and I have yoga tomorrow morning for my yoga people at 9:30. Otherwise, take care. I shall see everyone on Saturday morning, hopefully, if not in the recording. Have a great night.